Thank you for taking this call tonight.
Okay, how can I help you? What do you got for me?
Yeah, so I didn't want to take up too much of your time. Just to give you a brief synopsis of myself. So my name is Joshua Lane. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm based out here in Atlanta, Georgia. And
Okay.
so how my moving journey, right? I wasn't even trying to get into moving. Like I was helping a friend who would move clients. And he worked at a gym, like manager at a gym,
Mm-hmm.
but he started helping clients who needed help with moving services. Like they may need a dresser taken upstairs, then it led to another thing. Then he started moving apartments. And he was like, bro, you want to make a few dollars? You can come help me move furniture. I said, move furniture? And I said, bro, I'm skinny. He said, bro, trust me, I'll teach you how to do it, whatever. So I started working with him. And to make a long story short, people start asking us to move them so much that we just kept doing it, kept doing it, kept doing it. He stopped, but I kept doing it. And so I was like, dang, I don't have a truck. So he was like, hey, you can just do what I was doing. I was just pretty much renting like U-Haul trucks and then charging a client to cover that U-Haul truck and then charging them a labor rate. And so I just kept doing that way. We started working, partnering with U-Haul. They had like this thing called Move and Help for people who wanted to like provide labor services. So we did that for a while. We weren't getting consistent traction, so I kind of stopped. But it was one day when I was leaving one of those U-Haul jobs, this guy was like, our Uber driver said, "You guys ever heard of Thumbtack?" I said, "What is Thumbtack?" He said, "Bro, if you're doing that moving stuff, you need to jump on Thumbtack." And my buddy at the time, another mover, he actually created a profile on Thumbtack around last April. And
Mm-hmm.
then it was just murder she wrote after that. Like once I set up my profile, like I was putting money on there, getting leads, and it's to the point where like I've been moving full time consistently for not necessarily full time hours, but like as my main bread and butter since June of 2023. So about a year and a half now.
Okay.
So I guess the questions I have for you, and kudos to you for putting that content out because really when I was Googling that stuff, I couldn't find nobody that was talking about the move and stuff. Like you'll have people that's showing you how to like to move a piece of furniture or something, but it wasn't more so like the moving business aspect. But now what I want to do because I'm able to get jobs on Thumbtack. Only thing I don't like about Thumbtack is sometimes the leads that we get, like it might be, I might get one item move, and
Mm-hmm.
so like the client don't want to pay more than like $80, but the lead was $20, and I'm just like, and then some weeks you get a lot of those type of moves, and so it's like I can't make no money. So I'm thinking about like building a Google page now. So I'm working on getting that started to generate some more leads. But another thing for me, what I'm trying to do is figure out a way to not be ground zero with the moving all the time. So like I want to be able to say, for instance, if I get booked for a move on Saturday
Mm-hmm.
and there's three people that want to move, I can only do one job where I'm physically there. But I
Mm-hmm.
need to be able to figure out a way to get a team that I can trust to handle those other jobs so those clients can still get service. But I be kind of scared because moving out like junk removal. Like I don't want nobody tearing up nobody's stuff and I'm not there. I'm like, why did you guys move that like that? No, that was supposed to be protected. And then it
Mm-hmm.
kind of messed up my brand. So what's your thoughts on that? Because I'm definitely trying to scale because I definitely don't want to be the mover per se. Like,
Right. 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 Okay. Well, first of all, let's break down what you said down in parts because you communicated a lot there. So I want to break it down. First of all, Thumbtack. Thumbtack is a great source. It's actually one. It's
yeah,
the second. It's the second most popular source that I use in my company. Um,
yeah.
However, their leads are very expensive, like you said, and a
Mhm,
lot of the leads you have to decline. Now, the way you
mhm,
can get rid of some of that fluff is you could go into your profile and you can set the parameters of what you want for your prices and so on and so forth and stuff like that, so that Thumbtack will actually just promote you to those specific people that you want to target, right? So it sounds like you just turn Thumbtack on and let it go. What you need to do is you need to go and you're going to need to, experiment a little bit, find out that sweet spot for you and for your area. But you can set like, okay, the dollar amount and stuff like where you want to, how much money you want to spend on leads and so on and so forth. So it's just a matter of just testing it out, going, okay, yeah, we're getting a lot of leads. That means the prices must be too high, too low. Now we're not getting enough leads. Prices must be too high. Bring it back down, right? To an area that, okay, this is the quality of person I want, right? You can also narrow your demographics down to an area. So if you know that there's a middle to high middle to exclusive class people where you want to target, because let's face it, you don't want to target people that can't pay your bills. Let's face it.
No, you can't. They can't. They want to charge. Well, this other guy said that they'll do it for X. I'm like, dang, I can't even blame them for going with the other company, because if they're willing to do all that for that cheap of a price, I can't even fault you for going with them.
Yeah, it's those kind of companies are, I hate to say it, those are the drip and rip it's and the guys who you just the two meth heads in a rusted pickup crew, and that's fine. They can do whatever they're not even in my class. So, but you can base it based on how much money you're willing to test it and the demographical area that you want to target. You can actually kind of get rid of a lot of that stuff. And then, like you said, you've got to, you're a one-man band right now. So if you want to scale, you got to hire new guys. So let's get into that. Well, let me backtrack. Let's now go into Google. You said I'm assuming you don't have a website.
I'm starting I'm trying to get official now. They was telling me, they was like, you got to get a website, everything. Because I was doing everything off Thumbtack, because I never expected it to be like, the moving thing started off with just like something I was doing on the side. But then I was like, I can make pretty good money from this. Like so now I'm like, dang, I need to probably go more legitimate, because I even had to miss out on certain clients because I don't have insurance. I'm not bonded and insured. So,
okay. Well, I mean, that is what it is. When you're at the kind of company you're doing, which is what's called labor only, right? That's, you technically shouldn't be doing full service moves. I'm not going to, I don't judge, because I've been there. I've been in your shoes. So I know what you're going through. However, there's a difference of class. You're a labor only company versus a full service. Now, you do need to get a website. Now, let me think. I don't say you should have a website. You should have a landing page. There is. I'll send you a link to my software that I have. It's called High Level, and the High Level is $100 a month. But you could set it up to make so it's an actual CRM, right? Which is customer relationship management. It's like Jobber or one of those things or something like that. But it also allows you to do landing pages. Okay. And a landing page is what you really need. You really don't need a website. Websites are good, and you should, it's definitely something, if you're going to do an SEO campaign or thing, you should have. But landing pages are far more effective in converting customers, right? If you just see my last video called Cashing In on Google Ads, I speak with a Google expert, the guy that I use for Google Ads. His name's Kyle Waters, and he's from maxconversions.com.
Yeah.
He goes over the statistics of the landing page. So you should get yourself at least a landing page and start promoting to that landing page. In the software, High Level, again, I'll email you a link to them if you check them out. They are running I believe a half off special right now. It might have ended, but so don't quote me. But it's
so a landing page is a better route to go than a full.
Yeah, for right now. I mean, if you want a website, you can do a website, but landing pages are far better for conversions.
Okay.
And then basically what you want to do is get a landing page, and then you can start driving and then get yourself a Google business profile and put your landing page on that. And then you need to start collecting 5-star reviews off of Google. You start doing that and you build up your relationship. I've been in business with this company, Mr. Big Stuff, here since January 1st of this year. And in that time, I've gotten 55 5-star reviews, right? Because, yeah, the big thing is because, one, we ask for them, right? A lot of people don't ask for a review. Second thing, I just went to Canva for very cheap and made these little cards. This is a postcard that I just did. It's no template. I just took a template, killed everything. And then on the front part, it's a thank you card. And then it says, here, pass this to a friend, and your friend gets a 10% discount. Then on the back is QR codes that I created for Google, Facebook, and Yelp. And so now my guys will hand them out and said, hey, give us a 5-star review. They could put their name on it. And if they get their name, if the customer does a 5-star review with their name, they get a bonus, right? They get a $10 bonus. And they can use any one of these QR codes to scan, right? And go. And most people do Google. I don't really get a good look with Facebook or Yelp. Most people do Google, and that's fine because Google is king. But that's something that you could do.
Now, do you recommend building up those other ones as well? Because I've seen how you had Yelp and Facebook on there. So, like, once I build a landing page, should I also do one a Facebook page and one for Yelp?
You should definitely do pages for Facebook and Yelp for business pages.
Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. However, Google will be your biggest priority, Facebook the second, Yelp the third. Well, Yelp is probably actually pretty popular in your area. It's not so popular in mine. So,
where are you based out of?
I'm based out of Lansing, Michigan.
Oh, okay.
So Yelp is not. Unless you're in the Detroit area, Yelp is nobody really uses Yelp out here. So, and even in Detroit, it's not used that much. So, but in your area, Yelp might be an actual good. Like if you were in California, I would be on Yelp all day long. I'd be crushing Yelp, right? Mm-hmm. But what you need to do is you need to start collecting 5-star reviews, right? Okay. Now, once you got that going and you got that infrastructure in, that software will do you a whole bunch once you get it set up and stuff like that.
And what was the name of that software again?
Go High Level.
Go High Level. Go.
And their cheapest feature is $95 a month, and it does websites, it does text messaging, emails, all through the system. You can set it up so you can collect credit cards if you got a Stripe account. Like it does everything you need it to do, right? Wow. And for $95, it's very affordable. It's cheaper than Smart Moving or Super Move, and it will do just as much as any of those, right? So for $95, you can't beat it. Now, if you can afford it, they do have a $500 feature, and that does even more features. But for someone who's just starting, just stick with the $95 one and go from there. So just do that. But you need to start doing that. Start collecting names, addresses, phone numbers, and emails, because later on your email list will be a source of income in of itself, right? Right now, we've collected almost 200 emails and text and phone numbers. So pretty soon here, once we get to about 500 names on that list, I'm going to be starting a monthly newsletter. And then that will generate a whole slew of referrals. So we'll probably hit that sometime next year. You can do it.
So when you send these newsletters, is it about moving and stuff like that, or?
You definitely want to promote your moving business, but you want to make it the secondary focus, right? Mm-hmm. Basically, you do want to, news of your company, anybody that you've hired, anybody that's gone on and have if one of your guys has a baby, you could say, hey, one of my guys just had a baby today, right?
Mhm.
His wife just had a baby. You know, you could put that in your monthly newsletter. Hey, congratulations to Joe for his on the birth of his new baby boy, and stuff like that. But doing things like with recipes, how to manage your house, stuff like things that people are think, how to make their life better is a lot of things you should do inside the newsletter as well as promote your business, right? So like Christmas times, the best Christmas dinner, an article about how the best Christmas dinner, right? And it doesn't have to be a huge,
Mhm.
it's like 2, 3, 500 words max. You know what I mean? Your
Mhm.
newsletter doesn't need to be big. It just needs to be something that goes out consistently out on a certain day every month to the people who have used your business, right?
Mhm.
And then that will bring in. Another thing you need to start doing is start creating a list of all the real estate agents in the areas that you work. Put them in a spreadsheet. Upload that spreadsheet up to your software, and then once a month or every 2 weeks or something, send them a whole different newsletter, right? And this one's more promotional, more look at me kind of a thing, but basically success stories, things, if you do any charity work in the neighborhood, make it good works made well known kind of newsletter, right?
Oh wow. So that's smart. So
Of course,
you
I'm
building up
very
their
smart.
yeah,
Sorry.
you building up their contact list and then sending them a newsletter. So it's kind of like, yeah, because in this day and age, you got to stay in people's face. Cause it's some people that they haven't posted on Instagram in a while, and they posted recently. I'm like, dang, I forgot you even exist. I ain't tell them that, but I'm like, damn, I forgot this person exists because I haven't been seeing them on social media. So yeah, so like, yeah, so if you keep getting that newsletter every month, it's kind of like shit, you might not need that person right now, that service provider, but that's still fresh in your mind. You know what I'm saying? So when you think, oh, I actually know this guy, he just sent me an email, let me forward it. So yeah, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
That's
And here's a good thing too. Um, what was I going to just say? I just it God, I wanted to say something, and it
and
just slipped my mind.
everybody's a damn real estate agent down here.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, well, real estate agents is a great place, a good source of referrals. Another
Mm,
good place of referrals is loan mortgage brokers. Um, mail delivery person. A mailman
mhm,
is good because they know who's moving in and who's moving out, right? They know whose house is out for sale and who's not.
mhm.
Um, you know, uh, uh, anybody in the home services field, that especially that does monthly things like lawn care or something like that. They know
Mhm.
who's coming and going. You know, getting good
Fact.
with them, getting good with them.
Mm.
So yeah, it's just the networking and door knocking are going to be should be the cheap is going to be the cheapest and most effective um, ways to get business into your company quickly. If you talk to 500 to 1,000 people a month, every month, right? You go out and you literally knock on a door or go to a business or self
Lem-
storage. 500 to 1,000 people, you will generate $30,000 to $50,000 minimum a month. I almost guarantee it.
500 to 1,000 people a month.
Yep.
To a
If
thousand.
all and all if all you've got is just some business cards you've made up, just go out and pass out business cards. Go to everybody in your target area that has a for sale sign on their house or condo, or go to every self storage facility. Go to every luxury apartment manager. Go to just go into a loan broker's offices, go to real estate offices, introduce yourself, buy a bottle, take $200-300 and go buy a couple hundred bottles of beer, of wine, right? and you go into these storage unit places or real estate agents offices, or luxury apartment managers, and you give the girls or the people who are at the front desk a bottle of wine, oh man, they'll love you forever.
Mm-hmm.
And wine is expensive. You could get a bottle of wine for like $5 to $10. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So you spend, $200, you can get 20 bottles of wine and get you going. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So leasing agents and managers. Okay. That's dope. I'm gonna definitely incorporate that into my promo because yeah, I haven't been doing it. And I got business cards and I print out. Oh, I love internet and technology going. So I just print up a decal, a car decal that I'm gonna put on the side of my car with
Mm-hmm.
my name, my business, and my so it can serve as promo. And then I got like a lot of business cards, but I'm like, why did I order all these business? I need to pass them out. Like just keep putting this stuff in people's face on the promotional end. I got a quick question. So when you hiring your guys, like,
Mm-hmm.
do you feel like you just got to hire guys and then kind of just see like pick the best one? No, okay. So sometimes I think with my situation, because it's not like I have moves every day. So it's like the guys who work with me, I feel like I may have to have a greater network of guys that are available to work because I might have a job today, 2 jobs today, may not have one tomorrow. I may have, you see what I'm saying? So it's not like they can come work for me and like, oh, I'm gonna be working 40 hours this week. And I know I got a couple of guys that was working with me. They'll work with me when they're free, but at the time when they was working with me, they was coming out with me often, but they were aware that like, damn, I'm not gonna be able to get money it's not consistent enough to make it their job, at least in the
Well,
beginning.
right. Basically, what you got to do is you got to start with one or two core guys, right?
Yeah.
I would say get two core guys with you. And then before you hire a guy, you really understand what your core values. What do you want your core values of your company to be? And when I'm talking
Okay.
about your core values, what do you want to how do you want to represent yourself as well as what is your company? How do you want to represent your company? Do you want to rep your company as a high-end luxury VIP type company? Or do you just want to be the fly-by-nights, cheapest, money? I just need money to pay rent and gas and stuff like that. Right.
Yeah.
Seriously. And then once you figured out what your morals are and your core values are for the company, you're right. Then you can basically determine. You could just put an ad in at your favorite place with on Indeed or I've had a lot of success with Indeed recently. When Indeed first came out, it wasn't very good, but recently I did Indeed and I've had some very good success. I wouldn't really
Really?
do, yeah.
Wow.
Craigslist, I will not never do Craigslist again because all you get is at least if in my rabble in my area, all you get is the potheads that just want to smoke pot all day. Nothing against
Yeah.
people who smoke pot. Some of them, I got a lot of my guys smoke pot, but the guys who are just coming off Craigslist, they are just lazy folks, right?
Yeah.
I've got real hustlers on my team right now, and when I bring them in, I do a very quick phone interview with them, and I ask them very certain questions. Most of it is how old are they? Do they have a reliable transportation? They don't have to get driven to work
That's
by
a
their
good one. Reliable
mommy.
transportation.
Yeah. They don't
Yeah.
have to get driven to work by their mommy or their girlfriend. Because if they got to get driven to work by their
Yeah.
mommy or their girlfriend, they're not men and I don't want them. I want men. You know what I mean? I want guys. I want the people that the girls complain about toxic masculinity. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 And I ain't gonna lie, a couple of guys I got now, I gotta find more guys with cars because I be having to pick these guys up. And sometimes that can be draining. Like this guy, he reliable, like he gonna come knock out the job, do a great job. But I gotta go all the way to the other side of town to pick him up. And
Yeah.
then we get done late. I gotta drive all the way back over there to drop him
Yeah.
off and then come out. So it'd be a lot.
Yeah, if you're in downtown, Atlanta, and you got to drive to Marietta to pick somebody up, it's not worth it. It just isn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's
And I'm
just
like,
not,
damn.
worth it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you want people that have a vehicle, right? That can get to work. They don't have to drive, don't have to do a bus. They don't go on the train, none of that shit. You want, because if they don't have a car, then that just truthfully, especially if they're, 25 above 25, they're not responsible people. They're just
Yeah.
not responsible people. They're trying to live that hood life, and that hood life is not conducive to running a profitable business.
Yeah.
And I hate to be so flippant about it. I hate to come off so crass, but that's the truth. But
Yeah.
you just on the phone, you just ask certain questions about their qualifications of the person, and then when you set them up with an in-person interview. Never ever hire somebody unless you've seen them in person and talked to them, looked them at them face to face. And then just be authentic with them. Just say, hey, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I need. This is what I want. Can you be that person? Right?
Yeah.
Right? And you just be straight up with them. You just say, hey, look, I'm not looking for hustlers. I'm looking for, I'm not looking for gangsters. I'm looking for hustlers. You know what I mean? I'm looking for guys who want that money. You know what I mean? I don't want who are going to go get that paper and do a great job and, prove that they're good quality guys, and I got some great guys. I actually got a guy who's from Atlanta that moved up here.
Wow.
Great dude. His name's Devon. Good guy. One of the best guys I've ever had work for me. Right. Just amazing dude. Always says yes, never says no. You know what I mean? And just is willing to go that extra mile. And it just comes down to knowing what your core values are and, telling them, hey, right up front, if you can't cut the mustard, I'm going to let you go. Right. I don't want this. If you can't cut the mustard, then this isn't the place for you. And I'm not going to make you stick around here at a place that's not the right fit for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes firing people or saying no to hiring somebody is the best thing you could do for them. Some of them will get upset. Fine, let them get upset. But quite honestly, if it's not going to fit your core values, if they're not going to fit the company culture you're trying to start or have, then get rid of them. You know what I mean?
I just had to get rid of this guy yesterday. I had a job at like noon. He texted me at 11:43 and said his back hurts and he ain't gonna be able to make it. I'm like, bro, a moving job is not something you can tell somebody 17 minutes before the job that you can't make it. You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
and you did the right thing. Just get rid of them. That's why you should have 2 or 3 guys. So if one guy does that, you got another guy that can come in.
One second, Jay. Let me close this door. This dog is obnoxious. 1 second.
Not a problem.
Yeah, I gave him a bone. He's
dogs are dogs.
Yeah, so I had to cut that guy off. I was like, bro, you let me know 17 minutes before the job was supposed to start. I'm thinking you en route. You know what I'm saying? Right. So now I had to call one of my other core guys and say, I'll throw you a little extra, but I need you. And then the fact that when I called him about it to discuss the situation, he just forwarded me to voicemail. And then I was like, bro, I can't deal with this guy. Because if he did that, he gonna let me down again.
Exactly. You shouldn't even bother chasing them. Don't chase. There's no reason why you should chase people for employment. You know what I mean? That's just going to lead to stress and heartache and a lot of antacid at night when your stomach is rumbling. You know what I mean? Just move on. It's obviously this was not the job for him. This is not
Yeah.
your company's not the company for him. Good. He did you a favor. He
Yeah, he
fired.
did me a big favor.
Yeah, he fired himself, and that's okay. You know,
And and the
that's one of the
crazy
best
thing
things.
is,
Yeah,
he's a good, like, on the job. A lot of these guys, they do a great job. I'm just like, but y'all not reliable. Like, I can't know for certain. And so definitely those guys. So that's what kind of made me scared to kind of like delegate, because I'm like, if y'all can't show up to jobs, the ones where I'm gonna be there, how in the hell can I expect y'all to show up to jobs when I'm not gonna be there?
exactly. See, I trust every one of my guys. I know if I put them on the schedule, they'll show up. And there's guys that'll show up like a half hour early, and I love it. I love it when they do that. But here's another thing that I do too to make sure that I'm getting good guys is I pay higher than average. For instance, there's a couple moving companies in the area, and they only pay $14 an hour. Now, $14 an hour, that's chump change. I could literally go a mile up the road to the McDonald's and get a job for $14 an hour at McDonald's. Nobody's going to do a moving job that's hard labor, that's moving heavy stuff for $14 an hour. It's ridiculous, right? So my guys start out at $18 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So because I start at $18 an hour, then I also have to make sure that my prices are commensurate with how much I charge, for how much I pay my guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to make sure that, your payroll should not be more than 40% of your hourly price. Right?
Yeah.
So, you just, if you're paying $40, and you're $100 an hour, you can only pay your two guys $20 each, kind of thing, for an hour. So you don't go over that. You really want to be down around 30% of the hourly cost, right? Somewhere in that vicinity, 30 to 35%. So if you're charging $100 an hour, you should not be paying your guys more than, cumulatively $30, hypothetically. Does this make sense?
Yeah. Now let me ask you this. Oh no, keep going. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so make sure that you're hiring. Also have a good bonus system. A bonus system that they know that's simple and easy for them. Like I pay my guys $10 if they get a Google review has their name in the Google review. Okay? They get a $10 bonus. If they get me a video testimonial with their name, I give them $20.
Mm-hmm.
Does this make sense?
Yeah.
So I get a lot of video testimonials, a lot of, written testimonials. So.
Wow. And then they incentivize to do it because they get that bread.
Right. And when they get a review, when people go online and check you out, because the first thing they're going to do, they see your ad on Facebook or Google or something, they're going to Google you. That's the first thing they're going to do. And you want to make sure that your reviews are 5-star reviews. That's why we have 55 reviews and 54 of them are 5 stars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Google thinks we're a 5-star moving company.
Yeah. See, on Thumbtack, my stuff like that, I think I'm at a 4.9. It was at 5, but I got like 2 clients. Like I didn't even do their moves. They were just mad. Like it's funny that we're talking. My last bad review came this morning. So I got like 121 reviews on Thumbtack. And like I got 2 of them where just like he did like a horrible job. But the thing is, I never did the job. It was that we couldn't come to a price agreement. Like for instance, the last one, the one from this morning, basically the lady's communication, she was like, I need you, I kind of don't need you, or I need you again. And so I just told her I couldn't proceed with her move because her move would have been this morning. But she said, I'll let you know if I need you in the morning. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty much trying to tell her in a professional way, like, it's not that you don't get that much wiggle room. Like either you know what I'm saying? You either need, I have to know now. And so she just went on it because, with Thumbtack, you don't even have to do a move for somebody and they can just go leave your review. And so two of the bad reviews. So I got like 3 bad reviews total out of 121. I'm still 4.9 out of 5 rating, but it's just like, damn, like, because you never know the sentiment of a person. Like, they can be like, oh, okay, whatever. And it's always like this certain. Huh?
That comes down to
Yeah.
first of all, because when you use Thumbtack, you can see the person's job, and you could either accept you can say you can't do the job, or you can respond to the thing, right? I've done Thumbtack enough now to know what jobs I want to accept and which ones I don't. The bad part of this, I get charged for all those leads regardless, right?
And you get charged for all of it.
Right. You get charged for those leads.
Yeah.
However, I get enough big jobs. Like I just booked a job here this morning for $1,200 off of Thumbtack because I only respond to those people that I know, you know what I mean? That I know that I could make some money. Am I always right? No, there are some jobs that I'll get on the phone with them and they just don't want to pay that money. And I'll say, all right, great. Well, I'm not the guy for you. I can't help you out. And I'm totally willing. And you can do that with their customers. Don't say yes to every single customer. If you got take all those red flags that you've accumulated over the year and a half, coalesce them into questions that you ask the customer before you even accept the job. Because you're under no obligation to accept the job. Right? And if they hit too many of those red flags, then you say, you know, I'm sorry, I can't help you. I'm not the guy for you. You know, be willing to turn down jobs.
Yeah.
And just accept those jobs. And another thing is
always.
Sorry, go ahead.
You say it one more time.
Yeah, just be willing to turn down jobs.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to accept them, right? Whether the thing, if they don't fit your parameters, if they don't fit, and they're setting off too many red flags, just say, we're not the guys for you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you, thinking of us, but yeah, we're not the guys. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And
now let me ask you this. So you got trucks, right? You got your own trucks.
No.
You don't have your own trucks?
Not right now, no.
So you pretty much have the clients that cover costs of the truck fee through your rental.
Yeah, they got to rent their truck themselves. I can help them. I can help them rent the truck if they want their help, but if I do that, I'm going to rent it under their name. I'm going to put it under their name.
Hold on. So you're able, oh my God. So you're able to convince them. Okay. Because ideally I would want them to rent their own truck too. But what do you feel get them to rent a truck, knowing that normal human behavior is lazy? So if they call me versus if they call you and you like, okay, you got to rent your truck, but I'm like, hey, I'm gonna just bring the truck and I just factor into the price. Like, so you don't view that as a possible way to hurt your business by asking them to rent the truck themselves?
Yeah. I do it a couple ways. I'll tell them, hey, here's my price. Here's my price. If you rent the truck yourself and get the truck, here's my labor only price. And then if you want us to bring you the truck, here's our price. And then, but it's going to be rented under your name using your credit card. We'll just facilitate picking it up for you.
Wow.
So we charge them. We just charge them a premium for facilitating getting the truck for them. Technically, that is kind of like a full service. Really shouldn't be doing it, but then again, you know, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to be a full service mover, you should have your own trucks. Truthfully, ultimately, you should be insured for that, so on and so forth. I am insured as a labor only general contractor, general laboring business.
Say that last part one more time. You had went out for a second. It went, the screen went black. You said,
I said
the last, like, probably like,
if you're going to be a full service mover, you should be insured and licensed as a full service mover. You should not really be doing moves with a truck unless you're insured. Right now, what we do is we're labor only, and I am fully insured as a general labor company. I use Byberg Insurance, and
hold on, let me write that down. So insured. Okay. Insure as a labor only company.
Well, we shouldn't say labor only. Just saying you're doing odd jobs. You're an odd jobs kind of company. And one of the odd jobs that you facilitate is moving.
Job company. And who is good to cover such things? What's the name of that company?
I use Byberg, Biberk, Byberg.
And they got some affordable premiums.
Yeah, I my workman's comp was $1,500 for the year, and my monthly liability insurance is $200. Very affordable.
And that $1,500 covers all your workers, or just you?
It covers 5 employees.
Okay. And then the general liability is like $200.
Yep, and that's your business license. That's in case you damage something,
Wow. Dang, I know they had something like that, because I was thinking like, damn, that's like, it's so expensive to be ignorant. I was like, damn, I got to get a truck.
You hit the nail on the head. It's expensive to be ignorant.
Yeah, I was like, I got to get some crazy insurance and like this. So Byberg, so you let them know that you need insurance for odd jobs. You don't tell them for moving.
Yeah, I don't tell them that you're a mover, because then it's going to be more expensive. Tell them you do odd jobs, like you also do junk removal, TV repair, TV mountings, furniture assembly, things like that, right? And then if you do that, then you can, because we legitimately do those services. I legitimately do those services. So we do odd jobs, and one of the odd jobs that we do is moving labor. So because moving is going to be moving's very expensive when it comes to insurance. So if you're a mover,
so if you just went in there, if you just went in there and you're a mover, they gonna try to tax you.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay. Dang. So you rent trucks. That's cool. Okay. And now with your guys,
What's that?
No, keep going.
I said I used to be a U-Haul neighborhood dealer, right? So I used to rent U-Haul,
wow.
But I ended that agreement because it wasn't making enough money, and I was tired of all the idiots coming in causing me trouble. So I just got rid of them, because I'm not one of these guys that suffer fools easily. If you coming in being angry and calling, swearing at me, I'm going to tell you to leave. U-Haul doesn't like that. U-Haul doesn't like you being, asserting your right.
They want you to turn the other cheek.
Pretty much. And I'm not.
Now, do you have do you show now at the moment, since your staff is you're still growing staff, like, do you show up at a lot of your jobs? Do you be there at a lot of them?
Actually, I don't go to any of my jobs.
I understand.
Wow. So these guys, core guys, you just trust these guys and they get it done.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow.
That's
how I wanted to be.
I make sure that I hire guys that are adults. I don't hire children. You know what I mean? I don't hire guys that are irresponsible. And I know I know the red flags to look for. And if you're one of those guys, I can't tell you, I'll get out of 100 people that come in, I only might talk to hire one or two of them. So it's just come in and go, thank you very much. I appreciate you for coming in. I don't think this is going to be a good fit for you. And I can tell just by the way they walk and how they talk and what they wear. You know, if they walk in looking like they're, they just stepped out of a Mexican cartel, I'm not hiring.
Mm-hmm. Because that represents you and your brand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if they come in, their clothes are nice.
Yeah.
What?
That makes
sense. If they got a good drip, what's that?
Yeah. A good drip. A good drip. Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
it's all about presentation, like you said.
Exactly. And if they can communicate well, you know what I mean? And it's not about race or religion or creed, 75% of my company is quote unquote minorities. I've got 4 black guys, 1 guy who's Mexican/Indian. I've got 2 white guys that work for me. You know what I mean? And then it's myself. So most of the people are things. But these are the guys that when I asked them to come in, they showed up on time. They looked good. Their clothes weren't ripped up. They didn't come in looking like they were white trash or, out of the ghetto or, they came in, they could communicate effectively and professionally. You know what I mean? And they work and they do a great job. So I also, another thing that I found that to be successful is also being interested in them, right? Because if you have the viewpoint that your employees are not just employees, but they're also your customers, right?
Yeah.
And you treat them in that manner, like I invest in my guys. I spend money. Guys will go, hey Jay, can you loan me $45 or $50 until tomorrow? Or yeah, I got it. I can give them $50, and I don't give them shit about it. And then they know that the next time they work, I'm taking the $50 out of their pay. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally willing to do that. I've had a guy ask me one time, hey, can you loan me $400? Absolutely, I'll help you with your $400. Right? And out of every paycheck, I took 50% for him to repay. Yeah. And if they're running a little low, like I have one guy that he spent 6 months in jail, and I was paying his rent, parts of his rent and stuff like that, so that his family and stuff had money, right? And the thing is I take 50% out of his pay. But he recently said, "Hey, look, it's Christmas, and I need the cash for Christmas and stuff. Can we pause this until after Christmas?" Yeah, we could do that. I can think of it. But they know that they could come to me. They're not afraid to come and ask me and say, "Hey, look, I'm having this trouble or whatever." You know what I'm saying? And they know that if they need something, I've got their back. And in exchange, they've got my back, right? And I tell you what, man, we give each other shit. We pick on each other, make fun of each other. They're always picking on me because I'm fat and my teeth are falling out of my face and I'm bald. And I had a heart condition, so I can't lift things anymore. Right? It really affects my heart. Oh yeah. So they make fun of me because I'm weak as shit now. And it's okay because I'll give it back to them. And they know that we could do that in fun and in jest. Right? It's not done personally.
Well, I know this random, but what you think caused your heart condition?
Oh, because I'm fat, dude. I eat shit. I eat like crap. Look, I'm drinking Fanta drink, Come on.
Yeah. Okay. So they don't want you lifting anything like heavy, heavy thing.
Yeah, I can't do it. I mean, I could pick up some things, but I don't have the strength in my body anymore. And when I do, it really stresses out my heart. And so They actually have my back. If they see me picking something up heavy, they'll take it from me.
Wow.
That's the kind of company
That's
culture
crazy.
I've built. You know what I mean? And they know that I'm not out there to make a lot of money. I'm out there to make them a lot of money. If they make a lot of money, then I make a lot of money. And that's the viewpoint I have.
Yeah.
If I make them successful, then they're going to make me successful. But they got to know that that's true, right? You've got to demonstrate it. It's not going to be something that just they get right away. You know what I mean? You've got to kind of prove it to them. I just hired one guy about a month ago, and I told him, hey, you're going to be my on-call guy. You're not going to be one of my regular guys. You're going to be the guy I call when I need somebody. I need an extra hand. And he's like, yeah, I got that. No problem. And we recently did Christmas bonuses. He got a Christmas bonus. Even though he'd only been with me like a couple weeks, he got a Christmas bonus. He specifically goes, this is why I like working for you, is because you're transparent. You tell us the truth. You tell us exactly where you're at and what's going on and what's happening. You don't try to hide it from us. You don't try to, you tell us straight. You know what I mean? And they respect that. So you just got to create. That's the culture I'm trying to build in my company. People who will have my back and people who I'll have theirs. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. Yeah. So it's about investing into the staff just as much as investing into the clients.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you're right. You get out what you put in. Like if you treat your employees like crap, they ain't gonna go above and beyond.
Right. Exactly. And they know that I'm the boss and what I say goes. But at the same time, they know that they have a voice. So they're more than willing, they can communicate something and be upset about something and know that they could tell me that they're upset about something. And we could either fix it or, try to do something about it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And awesome. You also got to also be aware too, because sometimes they'll say something that's upsetting them, right? But they don't want to really confront you with it for some reason or other. So you got to go, oh, that guy just said something that's, let me talk to him. And maybe it's nothing. Maybe he was just joking around or it's a real legitimate situation that they were just sort of like hinting to you, right? To see if they, so you got to kind of have your ears and be listening and go, is that a problem? And if it is, confront the guy with the problem. Say, hey, you said this. It made me a little concerned. Are you upset with me? Are you upset with the company? What's going on? Oh, no, man, I was just joking. Are you sure? Because if you're upset, let's address this. Let's find out a solution. And sometimes they'll go, yeah, man, I'm kind of upset over X, Y, and Z and blah, blah, blah. Oh, shit. Well, thank you for bringing that to my knowledge. I didn't know that was a problem for you. What can we do? What do you propose we should do to solve this? And let them come up with a solution. Let them be active. Let them engage, right? And when they're engaged, then they feel like they're invested in the company, right? Especially if you take action on what they suggested, right?
Wow, that's crazy. But what I appreciate your time. I'm not gonna hold you up because I value your time, and I also I learned a lot. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this information and I'm gonna apply it. And then I'm gonna just see how things plan out, but I'm gonna definitely apply it. But also, so I want to respect your time. So this, I may need to speak to you again in the future, whatever.
That's fine.
I don't want you to be doing anything free because I respect your time. So whatever you feel like, if we do another call, like I'm gonna send you some on Cash App tonight as well. But whatever you feel like is a fair payment for like an hour consultation, because like I said, I may need you again in 2 months, 3 months. I don't know, because I'm finna dive deep in this, and I'm gonna have success in one area. I'm gonna fuck up in another area, and so I just want to be able to make sure we have that open line of communication. But I also want to respect your time, and I don't. And I do value your time, and I feel like you should be compensated for your time if we do any meetings and things like that. And so just let me know out, and then I can take care of that, because I definitely want to. And I appreciate, because you give enough free information already. So if I'm able to do a private call with you like this, I definitely feel indebted to make sure you get compensated, because I know I'm gonna need you in the future as well. So whatever you figure is the right number, if you already got one, just let me know, and that way we're gonna handle that payment before any subsequent call. Because a lot of this stuff I would have never, it would never came to me.
Tell you what, do me a favor. Just find somebody in your neighborhood that needs some help and give them $100. How about that?
Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna get on another call with you without paying you. I just can't do it, because I be trying to ask people who work in moving down here, and they don't want to tell me anything. So
yeah, that's fine. I have no problem talking. You're actually contributing to my YouTube channel, so I get a little bit off of something.
yeah.
But if you really want to do something, find somebody that needs some money and give them $50, $100, and call that my payment.
Okay, sounds good. I appreciate everything, Mr. J. I'm finna go ahead and log to work, get the moving and shit. Like I said, keep doing what you're doing. Keep feeding.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Well, end off, and I wish you the best of luck. All right.
All right, you too. Take it easy.
Bye-bye.